What's the deal, everybody? Yusuf Smith here, real estate investor. After my last video, I got some questions about how to get started in real estate investing. So I wanted to give you guys 5 of the main strategies that are involved in real estate investing. But first, before you try any of these strategies, you need to know where you're going and you need to know where you are. The main thing is to know where you're going because that determines which strategy you're going to use. Now, it's the same principle involved in when you're going on vacation. If you say to somebody, I'm going on vacation, how do I get there? Well, they can't tell you because they don't know where you're going. Only you know where you're going. And depending on where you are going, then that determines what mode of travel you're going to use to get there. The same thing is involved with any goal, but especially with real estate investing. Are you looking to supplement your current income? Are you looking to replace your current income? Or are you looking to build long-term wealth, or a combination of any of those 3? You need to know which one of those is your goal. So let me tell you the 5 strategies that are involved in real estate investing. The first one is called bird dogging. Bird dogging is one of the easiest ways to get into real estate investing. In bird dogging, you are going out, you're finding a property, you're finding a deal that can make money, and you simply hand that deal off to another investor. That investor closes on the property and they make the profit from the property. Now, when you're bird dogging, you make anywhere typically $500 to maybe $2,000, depending on the price level of the property. But typically, you're going to make about $500. Bird dogging is easy to get into. It's not a lot of paperwork. So that one doesn't involve a lot of risk. So that's probably the easiest way to get into real estate investing. The next strategy is wholesaling. Now, wholesaling is a step up from bird dogging, or a different strategy, not necessarily a step up, but it does involve more experience, more expertise to get into wholesaling. Now, wholesaling is similar to bird dogging in the fact that you go out, you find a property that makes money. But what's different from bird dogging is that you go out and you actually talk to the seller of the property and you get that property under contract. And then you can pass that contract off to an end investor. Now, your investor is going to close on that property. So they're going to close, and when they close, or maybe before they close, that depends on what how you set things up, they will give you a fee. Your fee typically with wholesaling is more than bird dogging. So you're going to make anywhere from $2,000 to maybe $20,000 or more, depending on the price level of the purchase price, or the price level of the property. Typically, you make more than bird dogging. So I would say an average $2,000 to $5,000 with wholesaling. Now, the next strategy would be flipping. Now, most people know flipping. Flipping is buying a property that needs some work. Maybe it needs to be totally rehabbed. Maybe it just needs paint and carpet, but it needs some work. You go out, you buy that property, you fix it up, and then you resell that property to a retail buyer, and then you make a profit. Now, most people know flipping because that's, HGTV. There's a lot of flipping shows out there. So that most people know flipping. You need to get your price points right when you're flipping. But typically with flipping, you're going to make $20,000 or more. So you're going to make a lot more than wholesaling or bird dogging. You're going to make a lot more, but there's a lot more risk. There's a lot more upfront capital needed on your part when you're flipping, typically. Now, the next strategy is house hacking. This is a newer term, but the strategy has been around for, since the beginning of real estate, likely. So, but the term is house hacking. With house hacking, you typically move into a portion of the investment, and then the other portion of the investment you rent out. So say you buy a duplex and you move into one half of the duplex, you rent out the other half. the other half pays part or most of your mortgage payment. That's house hacking. Or you could buy a single family home. You live in one of the rooms and you rent out maybe the other 2 rooms if you buy a 3-2, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. You live in 1 bedroom and you rent out the other two bedrooms. And those other 2 bedrooms can pay for your mortgage. So that's typically what house hacking is. Moving in to a property and renting out the other units, but you are physically moving in to that property. The next strategy would be after house hacking. So let's say you've got bird dogging, you've got wholesaling, you've got flipping, you've got house hacking, and the 5th strategy would be buy and hold. And that's renting out a property. This is the long-term wealth building strategy, where you simply buy a property that will cash flow each month, will bring in more cash than what your mortgage payment is, minus all of your expenses, your repair expenses, your capital gains taxes, your management fees, all other taxes, your repairs, all of that, and then you bring home cash flow in your pocket. So that strategy obviously requires a lot more capital. So either that can be your capital or it can be borrowed capital. Most of the time you will be putting a mortgage on a property. So this is the long-term wealth building strategy. Over time, real estate tends to go up. As you can see, most of you can see that real estate tends to go up in value. Now, you don't want to count totally on appreciation, but typically when you're building wealth, real estate is one of the best ways to build wealth. So this is a long-term buy and hold. That's the 5th strategy. So a combination of any or all of these strategies is what you can use in real estate investing. Now, again, we're ranging from mostly beginner, which is 1 bird dogging, all the way up to more advanced, which is the buy and hold rental property strategy, which requires typically more capital and maybe more experience. But you can use any of these strategies. Again, you need to know where you're going and where you are. Where are you in terms of your credit? How much cash do you have to invest? How many people do you know that can invest with you on a property? So all of these come into play. You need to know where you are financially and where you're looking to go in the future with real estate investing. So I hope this helps. Leave me some comments. Like the video if you liked it. Let me know if you anything else I can explain a little better in the next video about this, or any questions you have. Like my video, follow me on YouTube and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video.